What's up, everybody? We wanted to go ahead and just do another video in addition to how to set up your account video. This video is going to actually show you the steps on how to make a buy or a sell transaction. So when you make your first trade, you'll follow similar steps to this depending upon which brokerage firm you're using. So we're going to show you how to complete a buy order or a sell order. Simply, we're here in a TD Ameritrade account, and as you can see, as I mentioned, I don't really use TD Ameritrade for transactions, so there's nothing in there.
We broke, five broke. We ain't got it broke.
But we can still just go through for educational purposes, show you how to perform a buy or a sell action. So let's say we want to buy shares in Whole Foods. So we'll type in the ticker symbol, which is WFM, and we see Whole Foods here at the top. So let's click on that. And now we can see some information about Whole Foods. We can see that it closed yesterday at $48.15. It opened today at $48. So that means that between the aftermarket hours and the pre-market hours, the stock changed 15 cents. Now, it could have been a lot more activity, but overall the change was just 15 cents. And this was the day range here from 47.25 to 48.35, which is a difference of $1.10. A lot of experience investors, or when they do day trading, they try to make that dollar difference. So if they can buy 1,000 shares at that lowest point of 47.25 and sell it at that highest point of 48.35, then they just made $1,000, and that could have been anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. It could have, that's just something that experienced traders do, and a lot of technical analysis goes into that. The average volume here is 3 million transactions for the day. We can see that the company, the market cap is 17 billion. Market cap is simply what investors like yourself and I value the company as, or what we're willing to pay for the company. So the market cap is 17 billion, and that's just simply going to be the stock's price multiplied by the number of shares. And then we can see the earnings per share derives from their net income divided by the number of shares that they have. So whatever the company made after taxes and operating costs divided by the number of shares comes out to be their earnings, and they earn $1.56 per share. Now the PE ratio, which is a price to earnings ratio, is simply the price to the earnings. So if they earn $1.56 per share, and you multiply that by $30.8, you're going to get $47.40. And that's a simple equation that a lot of investors use. It has an annual dividend actually of 52 cents. So that's roughly going to come out to be about 13 cents every 13 cents a share every 3 months, and that yield is about 1%. Some companies have yields up to 4 and 5%, and that's going to be on a yearly rate. It's a great way to have some steady income when investing. So now on the buy and the sell portion, we'll click buy, and we'll have it on the buy action. Let's say we want to buy 10 shares, and the 10 shares is going to cost you $474 because it's $47.40 per share. We can do either a market order, which is simply buying at $47.40, or whatever the highest bid is. A lot of time it goes to the highest bidder, and you might pay an extra few pennies. So you have another option of a limit order where you can choose the price. We can do either a market order, which is simply buying at $47.40, or whatever the highest bid is. A lot of time it goes to the highest bidder, and you might pay an extra few pennies. So you have another option of a limit order where you can choose the price. So let's say you just want to buy it for even $47. You can put in the $47 price range and just leave it open for the full day. So if it ever hits that $47 price mark, then it'll buy the stock automatically. You don't have to go back and look at it. Or you can do a good till cancel, and that basically means that if you buy, you put this trade in and it has an expiration date, and basically either you can cancel it yourself, or the trade will expire out if it doesn't go through, or it will be executed once the price hits that point of $47. The same can be said for if you're going to sell sell some shares. So let's say you bought those 10 shares and now you want to sell 5 of those shares. You can either do that as a market order, just as with the buy order, or you can do a limit and sell it for whatever price it may be at the time. So let's say it's $57, so you would make $10 per share, and you can do that for the day, or you can do a good till cancel on that as well, and the process is the same.